guys, so today I am eating a smoothie bowl, but that's not what's important. Um, I'm just trying to multitask here, so I'm starving, but I haven't made a video in a while, and yeah, I think it's just like I'm just gonna make this video, and I don't care if I'm eating a smoothie bowl while I do it. Uh, I'm doing this secret number album because I've been thinking about not only if I've been like, oh, I haven't posted a video in so long. This album's been in the back of my mind since I listened to the title track. This is a their Japanese debut. So yeah, I've been thinking about this nonstop, and I've been starting to get like anxious because I'm like, hold on, that's my phone alarm. LOL, it's for my internship, and I'm recording a video. Anyways, it's remote, don't worry. So yeah. Um, what was I saying, guys? Oh yeah, that I've been thinking about this album for a long time, especially because the Japanese come back, and I've never listened to Secret Number, and I really enjoyed the title track. And after a while, I started to get anxious when I don't listen to things. So I'm like, I'm gonna forget about it. And there's no way to, unless I'm unaware of this, like unless you create a playlist, there's no way to like save albums that you want to listen to. I use Spotify. So what I do is I just save them, and then like I'll go back to like my album section and it'll show saved, and it'll just be like all of these albums. And sometimes it can be really overwhelming to look at, but I'm like, oh yeah, like that's my system for it. But I don't always remember to like go in there. Like I just wish it was just like an easier way to do it. So I just chalk it up to my memory, and yeah. That's not, I just literally forgot what I was saying. So anyways, I started to get anxious because I'm like, I cannot depend on myself. Like, what? And then somehow I still do it. And it's just like, congratulations, I literally fooled myself. I'm the only person that I can blame for this. Anyways, this is a tangent, and let's just start the album because I've been really excited to listen to this. And I think Japanese comebacks have been eating so bad lately. And I think this is just like, this is their first Japanese comeback. And I love the title track, like I said. And I feel like this is how you kind of solidify yourself as a group, was with the Japanese comeback. That's when you know you are like officially those girls, and not just a Japanese comeback, like a beloved Japanese comeback, a quality. Because sometimes things of quality are not always loved, and that's okay. It's not for everybody to get. Like not everybody will get it the first time. Um, so yeah, they're serving on this little album cover. So the album is called Like It, which I love that. Like it's so catchy. Like for whatever reason, it just has not escaped my head. Even just the title. So usually when I do these from time to time, I skip the title track because I'm usually short on time. But I'm not like so short on time at this moment, and I feel like I need to listen to the title track so I can see it in reference to the other songs, because sometimes the K-pop girlies do come through with a cohesive body of work that like you actually need to hear each and every song to get the next one, for it to all get the feel of the album. So let's start it off with Like It. Let me make sure my sound is on because sometimes it's not on. And let's go. I really like this track, so yeah, I listen to it on my Spotify. It's so different listening to a song and not seeing the video, you know? I like the vocals here. I'm gonna try not to dance because I feel like I embarrass myself, but I can't control myself sometimes. there's not one there's not one part in this song where I'm like, so far, I'm not like, or I'm chilling, I'm like, okay. Everything has me like, my attention has me jamming a little bit. Very high energy on this track. A good balance of vocals and like talking, rapping, whatever's going on. It's not the okay guitar. It's not like the cringy kind of talk rap because they're just like doing it in their voices and not like making up a voice, if that makes sense. Okay. The vocals are really coming through. And also, I feel like people have to remember how much charisma and training, not just charisma, but training you need to pull off those like talk rapping parts because you're not really like rapping. You're just kind of like you're not really talking, but you kind of are, just like in a sassy manner. And they can just either sound like really foolish or not as, slay as it's supposed to sound. And it sounds slay through this whole song, so good for them. And I don't know, like all the kind of ad libs and stuff, they can be really difficult to pull off. And you see, it's like in the third and fourth gen groups, they use a lot of ad libs and stuff in their songs because they have been around for a long time and they are kind of like very good at what they do now. Like, especially in particular, Red Velvet tracks, like if you go back, there's all these little small background parts that each of the members do, and they're not always singing, they might just be like saying something. So yeah, I like that, how they're doing that. Like it, right? I'm gonna say like so much for this. Good harmonies too. You see how their voices are like so charismatic. And it's all giving something different. Okay. Okay, vocals. Me too. Okay, I still really love this track. I know people like rate stuff sometimes. I used to do that in the beginning. But I don't think I want to rate things. Like, I feel like I just want to describe how I feel about them. Because I feel like my opinion of things changes over time. One. And there's like videos I have where I'm like, I'm not really like, I don't like how I talked about this album. I'd rather focus on the positive aspects of a track rather than be like, oh, well, this is like a 2 or I don't like this song. I try to say things like, oh, it's not for me, or like maybe the label has, doesn't really know how to market them, which is true for a lot of the cases when I don't like a title track. So yeah, I just think it's a really good, solid Japanese song, Japanese debut. The next song is Odyssey. So I guess these last 3 are going to be title tracks that they originally released in Korean, and now these are the Japanese versions, which means I have to go and listen to these at some point because they always sound different, right? Like, we all know there's a superior version usually, but you never know until you get the song. So let's get into Odyssey. I love that title. Okay. a lot of energy, especially for a Japanese track. Right. It's something for the gays and the girls. For them to dance to in the club for the summertime. It reminds me of an Everglow track. It's weird because it sonically sounds like K-pop, and then you hear them like say certain words, and you're like, oh no, they're speaking Japanese. Okay, pre-chorus. Right. Yeah, this reminds me of an Everglow track. I like it, but it's in that, I guess, like, that genre. What is that genre? Like, girl anthem music? That's what I call it. It reminds me of, like, That's My Girl by Fifth Harmony, you know? Like, I don't know how to describe that. Where is Everglow? Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, this is Jazzy. This is Who Dis, the Japanese version. My thoughts on Odyssey. Odyssey was cute. But she's kind of like, and I'm gonna try to use like positive words to describe things. It's cute, but it leaves much to be desired. I think Like It is just so infectious and perfect, and Odyssey is kind of like, reminds me of the trend of K-pop a year ago when everyone was just trying to make like a girl crush anthem song and nobody really had an identity, you know? I'm not really sure what Secret Number's concept is, but it does seem as though, at least for this comeback, they are doing a girl crush concept. Yeah, I mean, just based on their looks, it's like kind of chic girl crush, right? Yeah. Odyssey, it's okay, but Like It is definitely taking it for sure. It's not a bad track. It's a good track to have as a B-side. Um, yeah, but nothing too special for me. Okay. I like this one. And it's so far from the first three songs, there is no like cohesive sound either. And that's fine. But here's the thing. Okay, so what I mean by cohesive sound, because I don't think every song needs to sound the same for it to be a cohesive album. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you put certain songs that have a certain sound at a certain spot, and then like close it out with a ballad or like whatever have you, as long as it just flows and goes together, that's what I'm looking for. I'm not really expecting a cohesive album out of this because we just got two original Japanese tracks, and then they put three different Japanese versions of tracks they previously released. I really do not like when companies do that. I am so sorry. Unless it's like an English version, which I guess can be biased, right? That's like a biased thing, and I shouldn't be that way. But even then, like, keep the English version off of the album. I hate when they do that and repackage these things as albums. It is so frustrating. It is so annoying. Just give us, if you're making an album, give us, even if it's a mini, give us all new original tracks, and then maybe make like an extended version, release an extended version, and then release these things afterwards. But even then, like, an extended version of something should be that, an extended version of the album, not like just different versions of the album. You know what I'm saying? Like, just release a Japanese version single. Like, y'all release enough title track singles, so I don't know. I'm just a little bit upset now. I still think the girls did a great job and it's a really great song, but we went from Like It, which kind of had this like hyper pop type of vibe going on, to Odyssey, which, like I said, had the girl anthem kind of sound going, and then now Who Dis is more jazzy, which is they all have a lot of energy, right? So I think that's what they have in common. But all in all, like, what else is really connecting these tracks together other than the fact that they're all just thrown together on one album or mini? So hopefully, like I said, and this is not just Secret Number. We see SM do this with Red Velvet. We see them do it with aespa. I honestly think the only group that is coming out with like a legitimate album where there's not worse, because I'm not messing with minis. Like, a legit album is Le Seraphim. If I'm not mistaken, their upcoming album is gonna be a good amount of songs, and they're all like original. We haven't heard them. We haven't even heard the title track yet. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know, because they release a lot of stuff. So I just feel like that should be how everybody's releasing stuff, especially these newer groups. Like, what is taking you guys so long to release songs? Why are these companies so scared to do that? I mean, I know albums cost money and etc. etc. But if y'all need to be in the basement, like taking little concept photos, go to the basement and take concept photos, record these songs. Like, I just don't really get the logic behind these companies. Well, I get it. Albums are expensive. Girl groups are expensive. But we need an album. Like, like, give us a real album when you give us the album, okay? All right, let's finish Who Dis. So I can stop ranting. Now I'm just playing. I like this part. I'm playing Animal Crossing, guys. Because I have ADHD, so I have to do 12,000 things at once. I like to play this while I'm listening to albums. What is this genre of K-pop called? It reminds me a little bit of like a Mamamoo song. Back when Mamamoo was around. I mean, they're still around, but I don't really know what's going on with them. I feel like they should all just like do solo stuff and come back as a group every once in a while. Cause I feel like they've been so uninspired as far as like what they've released as a group. But I liked Hwasa's solo, both of them, and then I liked who's like Twit and Maria. Yeah, they was cute. They was cute. And then I liked Solar's solo, like Spitfire or whatever. That was actually really cute. Then we kind of like started to lose the plot. They released that one album with Hip, and they were on top of the world, and then like I don't know. It was crazy. And remember, everybody was like, "Oh, they're part of the big three." Like, when there was a big three, everybody was like, "It's not Red Velvet, it's Twice, Blackpink, and Mamamoo." And I was like, why is Red Velvet's name always in everybody's mouth? I'm just curious to know. Okay. Oh, their vocals are something serious. How long is this group been out? They're more soulful, huh? They're not trying to give you those little cute vocals. Okay. All right. Okay, so the next song. Do you have to sell my turnips because they're gonna get old? And why? Oh my god, I did that by accident. My turnips got old and they were rotten, and I was so mad. But why'd I buy them for like 102 bells? And the highest that my Nook shop has tried to sell them back to me is 160. Like, is that normal? Like, I thought I was supposed to make a huge profit from this. I'm not buying them from Timmy anymore. Like, no, no. Okay, next track. Sorry. Got that boom. I feel like I've reacted to this. These are all good tracks. So far, I do think Oxygen is like the weakest for me. I mean, sorry, not Oxygen. Odyssey. Okay. I also like listening to albums because it gives me a time to actually listen to the group. Because sometimes when you're just listening to like a music video, I don't know, you just kind of get like really overwhelmed, and then you're like, okay, what did I just look at? But when you listen to an album, it's like, oh, I actually really do like this song, which is why I'm like always saying I'm trying to be cautious with what I do and say. Okay, okay, you know what? This album does have a cohesive sound. It's got like a little party sound. Like, yeah, I take that back. I take that back. I like this. Like, it's cute. We still should have gotten new songs, but these little Japanese versions are cute, and sometimes it doesn't always like translate well. My pockets are full. When aren't they? They have good pre-choruses. They like saying like random words. I love groups that like to do that, and it actually sounds good when they do it. Some of the girls try to do it, and it's not always giving. Okay, so it definitely seems like Girl Crush is. So this is like my introduction to Secret Number. It definitely seems like Girl Crush is like a part of their sound, which is super cool, and I hope they get more recognition because I feel like a lot of groups are starting to stray away from that sound because of, whatever kind of influence or just K-pop trying to rebrand itself. Um, I hope that brings more recognition to the girls who like were truly like that was their concept, right? They kind of got overshadowed. I make food. Okay. That was cute. Oh, are the girls slowing it down? Oh, okay. I'm excited because they can sing. Okay, this album does go very well. Now they're trying to have me sell them turnips for 83 bells. The way I'm never gonna buy turnips again. Like, my turnips are about to go rotten. They just made me mad. I like this. Hold up. I really like this one. Love maybe? Okay. Like, I really, really like this. I might add that to my playlist. I like this instrument they're using right here, too. Sounds very, like, folksy, kind of country. I should be paying off my house loan. But I'm not. I literally just bought a denim skirt. And then I'm gonna be like, oh, I want another room. I'm gonna be like rushing and panicking to pay off my house loan. Here goes that instrument again. Okay. I think that's it, right? It sure is. So that was a really good mini. That was cute. It did not feel like a Japanese one other than the fact that they were speaking Japanese. So I thought that was interesting because I always assumed that like a Japanese comeback would have a different vibe to it. And they were just like, no, we're gonna keep our vibe and we're just gonna translate it, basically. I don't know. What do you guys think? Um, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm gonna have to be definitely. How many girls are there? Five. I'm gonna have to definitely keep my eye out for this group. Mhm. Yeah. See, now I can, enjoy them a little more, appreciate them more because I've done this. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any song recommendations, what you guys thought of this Japanese debut. And yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully, next I will be reacting to Pixie's mini. I have so many albums to react to still, including like Vivis Girls and Yuju and just a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm really excited to react to them, and yeah, it's like starting to wind down a little bit for me as I'm approaching the end of my semester. So hopefully, I'll have more time to make content. And on that note, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys for watching, liking, and subscribing to my channel. I'll see you next time. Bye.